All right, boys, let us move on and quickly, again, talk about one fight from this coming weekend. One Championship, one Friday Fights 22, a card featuring mostly Muay Thai that we are not going to talk about because this is not a Muay Thai podcast, although sometimes Omar might make you think it is. There are, I believe, two MMA bouts going down on this card, one of them quite consequential. With the unification bout of the One Championship heavyweight world title going down between Arjan Bhullar and Anatoly Malykhin. So Bhullar, is it Bhullar or Bhullar?
Bhullar.
It
Arjan
is
Bhullar.
Arjan Bhullar, excuse me. He is the 37-year-old out of Richmond, British Columbia, Canada. He's 11-1 as a pro with 4 knockouts on his record. Most recently, knocking out Brandon Vera back at World Championship Dangal back in April of 2021. He's been sitting on the shelf, waiting to come back. He will be standing across from Anatoly Malykhin, the 35-year-old out of Russia, undefeated at 12-0. With 8 knockouts and 4 subs. None of his wins have gone to the scorecards. Most recently, he knocked out Rainer de Ritter under the one banner back in December. Mark, give us your take, and who are you picking for this heavyweight unification bout for one?
I didn't even look. Do we have odds? We've had some odds for one up as of late. No. Doesn't look like we do. Hold on, let's see. Bear with me 1 second, people. Trying to get you some odds if they're up on this other site. And yeah, they are. Oh wow. Wow. Malykhin is about minus 1,000.
Wow.
Bhullar is like plus 600. So wow. I knew Malykhin was going to be the favorite. I didn't know it was going to be quite like that. But yeah, as you said, heavyweight unification bout here. We've been waiting for this one since the second we saw Anatoly Malykhin school Rainer de Ritter. He's been calling out Arjan Bhullar for a while, waiting for this fight, and now he gets his shot to become the true one heavyweight champion. And I don't think he'll miss it. Arjan Bhullar is a good fighter. He can beat a lot of guys. Let's not forget he was 3-1 during his run in the UFC. But I think Anatoly Malykhin is the more special fighter here. The aggression, the power that he carries, the takedown defense that he's shown, I think he poses a lot of problems for Arjan. Not to mention they're the same height, but Anatoly has a 4-inch reach advantage, which I can see being a big factor here. So I think he finishes it. Give me Anatoly Malykhin round 2 knockout.
Omar.
There's a lot here, man, as far as, things to work with, right? Arjun and Anatoly kind of have the same amount of experience when it comes to their official records, right? So even them being, 12-0 and 11-1, it's not like one person has significant experience over the other. I think where they kind of differ is their approaches to the game. Malykhin is going in there to kill people and has become very successful in doing so. Whereas Arjun, while, aggressive, still kind of squeaks out a lot of his fights. Not squeaks out. That makes it sound like they're a lot closer to what they tend to be. But it still relies a lot on, a ground game and a significant nullification of the other person to kind of come out with the decision. His last fight against Brandon Vera, via TKO, Brandon Vera has been in the game for a lot longer than he's needed to be. So I take that fight with a grain of salt personally. And I find the win over Rainer de Ritter a little bit more impressive in my opinion. I think Malykhin is a beast, man, and I think he's a killer. I'm going to go with Malykhin by second round KO as well.
Wow, well, we are unanimous. I totally agree. I like the fireworks and the power coming out of the side of Malykhin here. I'll say round 1 knockout, giving Bhullar his first ever loss by getting finished with strikes. And I'll say round 1 because Malykhin is a fucking buzzsaw. A little bit of a case of the irresistible force taking on the the immovable object but I'm going to go with the power of Malykhin.